everyone, it's time for an update, finally. Okay, here we go. Yesterday, I started filming this video, which you should have seen all of that before this, but then I never got around to doing this part. Honestly, I'm so out of habit of filming, I just like forgot and the day went on and then I was like, oh yeah, I never did that. Okay, so there's that. And I also already filmed a video explaining why I haven't been making videos or why I wasn't going to or whatever. I did an unhaul and an update, and then I never even edited it. It just didn't feel right. I didn't like what I said. I felt like it went on too long. It was just like bleh. I didn't like it. So unfortunately, you guys aren't going to get to see that unhaul because I'm not editing that video. I'm just not happy with it or what I said. But it was mostly just clothes and books, just more things. Aaliyah's outgrowing some stuff I didn't want, some stuff Ryan didn't want, and just some odds and ends, some toys Aaliyah didn't need anymore. It wasn't super exciting. You guys have seen my unhauls. You know what to get rid of. I just know a lot of you like those, so it's disappointing that I did that, and now you don't get to see it. But we already donated all that stuff, so I can't even refilm it, which was good because I was really tired of all that stuff sitting in the back of my house, and it was building up forever because I was waiting to film the video, and I was just never doing it, you know, for months. So anyways, moving on. My last video that came out was my Q&A I did after I hit 500 subscribers, which you wouldn't think that would be the last video I did, but I filmed that, and then a week went by and I never filmed another video, and then a couple weeks went by and I was like, okay, I guess I'm just not feeling inspired, and then time just kept going on and on. Like, that was February, and now it's the beginning of June, so that's, how long is that? Almost 4 months ago. 3.5, 4 months, which is quite a long time. That's quite a bit of a break without giving you guys any warning, like, hey, I'm not doing videos for a while, which sometimes I feel like those kinds of videos on YouTube are redundant. People being like, oh, I'm done making videos, or oh, I'm taking a break, and then most people don't actually stick with what they say anyways, and blah, blah, blah. Not the point of this video. So time went by. I feel like making videos was just giving me a lot of anxiety. As you guys know, if you've been watching, I've had a lot of problems with mental health this last year, and it was just getting hard. Every time I thought about doing it, I was just worried about someone contradicting what I said or somebody being annoyed by how I'm living my life. And I know I said a while ago that I just was done like caring what people think, but it's a lot easier said than done. And when you deal with anxiety, especially social anxiety, you worry about everything you say, or at least with my social anxiety, that's kind of how it is. I rethink so many of the things I say to people, and I beat myself up about it, and I worry about it way too much as I know I shouldn't. That's just the process of what I go through when I say things that I later wish I hadn't or think I shouldn't have, even though I think probably most of the time nobody cares what I'm saying that much. But anyway, that is a huge part of why I haven't been making videos, because I just haven't been in the spot mentally to be able to do it. And life just felt easier without worrying about it, without having to film and edit and show things that I feel like I've showed you guys way too many times. But now that some time has gone by, and actually just recently, the last couple of weeks here, life is starting to feel better. And whether that is because the weather is getting better, or just some of the healthier choices I'm trying to make in life, maybe it's just clearing my head a bit, I don't know. I'm getting in a much better spot, I guess, is my point. Just recently, life is feeling better to me. It's feeling a bit more manageable. Not that I don't still have anxiety, but just things are better. Thus, here I am making a video for you. I don't know if that really explained everything, but there you have it. Anyways, I'm doing better at the moment. So here I am doing this video. That is not to say I'm going to continue making videos. I don't know. I feel like at this point, I kind of just want to do it if I want to do it. I'm thinking maybe trying to do 1 video a week just because I do enjoy doing it, and it's kind of a nice hobby for me, and I feel like bad that I just kind of dropped off the face of the earth, because I know quite a few of you really like watching my videos. Not that I have a gigantic following, but even quite a few of you have checked in at this point like, hey, hope you're okay, hope things are all right, or whatever, and that's super sweet of all of you, and I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you who watch for any reason, for whatever. Anyways, but I am thinking I'm going to start trying to do videos again. Although it will also depend on if I ever get around to getting rid of stuff on my computer so I have enough space on my computer to keep editing videos, because that's one of the reasons why I just never got around to editing, or recording, because I just knew I didn't have space on my computer, and so it was just another reason to not make videos. Also, within the updates this year, I mentioned in a video a long time ago, I don't even remember which one, I said we got some weird news the day before and I was still processing it, but I didn't tell you guys what was going on. And at the end of January, Ryan, my husband, found out his job, he was losing his job, basically. His boss was retiring, so the business is just gone now. Nobody took it over or anything, so he had a few months to find a new job, and that was pretty stressful. He'd been at that job 7 years, so as long as we've been together, that's been where he's at. It was very consistent. We knew all the ins and outs of the job, and we were very comfortable with how things were. So as someone with anxiety, that was pretty rough. I mean, as much as I tried to keep the faith and pray through it and trust that, you know, Ryan had the skills to find another job, it was still difficult. And especially as a stay-at-home mom who's not bringing anything in financially, it was hard on me, just feeling like I wasn't helping the situation at all. It was just very difficult being in the position that I am. Not to knock stay-at-home moms, obviously I am one, but it's hard even though as much as I do for my family, financially I'm not providing. And so it was hard when all of a sudden there was going to be a financial change. We weren't sure what it was going to be. It was just hard on top of it all. But thankfully we were very blessed and a job opened up for Ryan. He's doing the exact same thing pretty much, just with a different company here in town. That's actually a phone repair shop, and now they also are fixing Apple computers because that's Ryan's specialty. So it worked out. He worked his last Friday at his one job, and then Monday he started work at the next place, and it was slow at first, but it's picking up, so things are moving in the right direction there. So that could also be part of why I have a little bit less anxiety these days and I'm feeling better, because it was just stressful not knowing. We were in an okay position for that to happen. We had enough money in our savings account, so we weren't super worried, and we're living in a less expensive apartment, which you guys know. And so all those things kind of attributed to the fact that it was at least an okay time for this to happen. Plus his old boss is super awesome, and even like gave them a second month, like, I don't know, it'd be considered severance pay or something. I don't know. Like paid them an extra month's worth, all the guys who worked there. And the girl, there was one girl at his company, or two women actually. So anyways, not that any of that matters, but I was just saying, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been. We were very lucky, and it was an ideal situation for losing your job. I guess it all did work out in the end, but nonetheless, still a bit stressful. So yeah, that's one of the big things that went on over the last couple months. I also chopped off my hair shortly after that last video, so this haircut doesn't even feel new to me. I've already trimmed it once. But yeah, short hair again. I'm pretty sure at one point during this channel already, yeah, I must have had short hair before. So any longtime viewers, you've seen me basically with this hair. But for those of you newer, you haven't. So short hair. I actually even recorded clips, which if I find, I guess I could put in, of me showing before and after with my hair, or maybe not after, but just before. Because I was just pulling it up all the time and it seemed pointless to have it be long if I didn't even like it long. So I cut it. There you have it. Aaliyah's doing great. She's growing like a flipping weed. She's getting so tall. Like every day I just say to her, I'm like, oh my word, I cannot believe how tall this kid is, which it's not surprising. Ryan's 6 feet tall. So, not surprising that our kid's taking after him and getting his height, I guess. But I mean, not his height, but she's getting on the tall side and growing a lot. She did have a dentist appointment this week, and we found out she's got some cavities and she has to go get those fixed in a couple weeks, and I am not looking forward to that in any way, but I also don't want them to get worse. So I'm going with the doctor's advice, as hard as it is for me to trust that they know what they're talking about. But anyways, not the point. Aaliyah's doing well. She's out playing right now. She's fine. Yeah, we're still in the same apartment. Ryan switched jobs. Everything's pretty much the same with me. I started using essential oils just recently. My sisters have been into them for quite a while, and I really fought it because I was like, I just don't want to get into another thing. You know, we already went vegan, and then we became minimalists, and I like attempt being kind of low waste. I'm really not very good at it, but you know, I just felt like I had enough hippie things about me that I was like, I just don't need one more. But you know, they weaseled their way into my life, and so now I'm using essential oils, not selling them or anything, but that is another thing, and could also attribute to my happier mood, potentially, if the claims are true that they can help with these things. So yeah, I don't know that I have anything more to say. I guess just to repeat myself, because, you know, that's what I like to do. I probably will be making more videos, but again, no promises. But with that, I guess if there are any videos I never did in the past, and you would like to see them now, you can leave that down below or whatever. Yeah, I feel so out of practice for doing something like this, but yes, if there's anything else you guys want to see, let me know, and hopefully I'll be back soon. And for any of you who have waited around for me to come back, I really, truly appreciate it. You guys are the best.